Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh fans, and welcome back to the King's Court. Now, this is going to be a discussion video over a certain topic that I've noticed amongst the hero players in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Now, before we get to the main meat and potatoes of the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know your comment, your opinion on the subject of this video. Now, this video is going to be on not just the idea of two vision hero increase, but over the whole idea of player preference when it comes to ratios in heroes primarily. Now, like I said, um, right now, basically, this video is going to focus on that, but also not just increase, but in the comments. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. Let me know if any kind of proportion, like ratios you play in your hero decks, and how you feel about them. And go ahead and let me know also why you like those ratios. I'd love to hear it. I read every comment we get, so go ahead and leave it there. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We're so close to 30 subscribers, and to everyone who subscribed, thank you so much. Again, I've said this before. It may sound cheesy, but I'm very grateful that the people we've only been doing this for a couple of months, and we're already at 30. And so, just honestly, thank you. Now, I've noticed lately that there's been this sort of thing resurges every once in a while. It's just like the McRib. It comes back every once in a while. Right now, hero players are basically discussing what is better, one or two vision hero increase. Now, for a slight background, in case some of you are new to the hero deck or have never played the hero deck before or against it, basically in the deck, in modern day heroes, we play a card, not a new type, it's been around for a while, but we play a very powerful archetype of heroes called the Vision Heroes. And for a little more background, in case you want to know, and some people who don't know, the Vision Heroes are actually from the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX manga, where Aster Phoenix, the guy who played Destiny Heroes in the anime, in the manga, he played Vision Heroes. So that's actually pretty cool. So the Vision Heroes are actually, we play three different ones in the main deck. Four if you count Vision Hero Trinity. Well, yeah, he counts. But primarily in the main deck, we play these three. Vision Hero Increase, which is the subject of this. Vision Hero Vion, which some people argue is a better normal summon than Stratos, will be another topic for another time. And Vision Hero Ferris, which is the most important of the Vision Hero lineup. Now, how this works is that we use Vision Hero Ferris. We activate Ferris's effect. For cost, we discard a hero monster. It has to be a hero monster. I've seen some people misplay and discard like a spare hand trap or something. No, it's got to be a hero monster, preferably something good like Destiny Hero Malicious or Shadow Mist. But basically, you discard that, and as a result, you can summon from your main deck a Vision Hero in the spell and trap zone. Now, the reason this is important is because what you do a small example. Let's pretend, yada, 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 4 or 5. Let's pretend you shuffled. Terrible, I know, sorry. Yeah, let's pretend. Top 5 cards. Rhoda, Miracle Fusion, Malicious, Increase, and Ferris. Now, it's a pretty good hand. These first three are the only ones that matter. Ignore these two, but these in a real game, these are some pretty good cards to have. Well, yeah, Miracle Fusion's alright to have at the beginning, but Rhoda, it's always good. Anyways, you want to activate Ferris's ability. You would discard, preferably, your Malicious. You discard it, and you summon your Ferris. Now, you can activate your Ferris's effect. Now, Ferris will let you summon a Vision Hero from your main deck to the Spell and Trap zone. Now, this is important because Vision Hero Increase is the one you want to summon. But, let's say hypothetically, you drew your Increase at the beginning. You can only use Ferris's effect for monsters in the deck. You can't use ones from your hand, the graveyard, or anywhere else. It has to be from the deck. So, as a result of this, you would have to pick one of your Vion. And Vion in the Spell and Trap zone might as well be in the Phantom zone. Does nothing. Stuck there. Completely can't get away. Now, the reason why you want Increase instead, Increase is a very unique ability. If you tribute a hero monster, like let's say a 0 opening turn, if you tribute your Ferris, you can summon Increase to the monster zone. And when Increase is summoned to the monster zone, he can summon another Vision Hero from your deck. And that's when you pick your Vion. Because when Vion is normal or special summoned, either way, you can send a hero, any hero, from your deck to the grave. Now, this is super important. Because not only, let's say hypothetically, that you didn't have Malicious for your to go into your Ferris cost. Let's say you had something like, I don't know, like you had Stratos or something. Well, you can use your Vion to send your Malicious. Or, let's be real, the more, for a hero player watching this, the more preferable thing you would want to do, you send your Shadow Mist. Because let's see if this will focus. When Elemental Hero Shadow Mist is sent to the grave, you can add a hero monster from your deck to your hand. Any hero. And that's great. Personally, what I like to do, I like to go Destiny Hero Denier. Because Vion has another very unique ability. If you banish a hero from your graveyard, let's say Vision Hero Ferris, because pretty much after the first one, you really don't need to say one again. Let's say you banish it, you can add your Poly right to your hand. Personally, what I like to do, I like to banish, let's say if we did have Malicious Engrave, I like to banish to get the second one from the deck. And from there, I just fuse them together like with Denier and Poly to hard summon DPE. But, that's for a test hand video. Basically, the argument right now is that, let's say, like at the beginning of that example, we drew our Increase. Or heck, if let's say we're going turn 2 against, let's say right now the best deck right now is a Shizu Tier Element. Let's say we're playing against them. They manage to mill our cards, and we lose our Increase. We're sitting ducks at that point. And that's where this debate comes into play. 1 or 2 Increase. Now, personally for me, and this is because I've always had a bad history with playing 1 Increase when it comes to heroes, ever since Vision Heroes became a mainstay in the hero deck. I personally prefer playing 2. That's just me. But right now, a lot of decks have been playing 1 and seeing a lot of results. Now, I'm not saying playing 2, let's look at this. Now, I'm not saying you have to play 2. Obviously, we all know it's always a player's preference. But what are the pros and the cons of playing 1 Increase or 2 Increase? Well, let's first look at it like this. Let's see. There. Normally, from what I've been seeing lately, if you keep up with on all the hero builds that are most of the deck lists on YouTube right now, a lot of players, hero players, use this lineup: three Ferris, which I personally agree with. You always gotta have three Ferris. Two Vion, and I agree with this as well. Mainly because Vion's good, but you want to save at least one for your plays, and the second one is there just in case, or if you draw it and you want to like just normal summon it just to get like Shadow Mist in the grave. So I think 1, 2 is fine with that. And here it comes. Most people have been playing one increase. This has been for a while right now what I've noticed the modern trend when it comes to heroes. Sorry. Now, there's a good and a bad thing when it comes to this. Like, one, the negative, like I went over earlier, let's say you're going turn one and you draw your increase, like at your opening hand, your Ferris is pretty much dead. I mean, yeah, you can use it for like a meat shield or like a poly target to go into like S carry down or something, or use it for like material to go into Vision Hero Trinity. But you're pretty much stuck when it comes to going for your big plays that you want to do, aka using your Vision Heroes. And when it comes to Vion, he's pretty much good always. I remember actually, what was it, a year ago, I think? There was actually another dispute amongst hero players whether it's better to main two or to play three or two Vion. But I think that's pretty much been, agreed upon on two now, thanks to us having a hero lives at three again. So now we pretty much just usually use that at three to set up Stratos plays or use it for Ash bait. But that's for another video. But here, when it comes to Vision Hero increase, it's a good now. That's the issue with it, but there are positives. There are a lot of hero players that don't like to play hand traps, and I completely understand. I don't like playing personally. I'm not the biggest fan of hand traps in general, but it's one of those necessary evil types. We don't want to play them, but we kind of need them, so we do that. But right now, a lot of players want to go pure gas, which means basically they want as many combo pieces as possible. So a lot of players, like there's always players who are super obsessed with making sure they have exactly 40 cards. So that way they pretty much convince themselves 40 is the magic number to make sure they always see their combos pieces, even though that doesn't, we all know you don't always see your pieces when you want them. But here's the thing with how I feel about this when it comes to heroes. We have so much search power in the deck. It's not even funny. We got, well, the Vision Heroes, in like Ferris in general, is a search card basically. And you got your Shadow Mist, you got your Rhodas, your Fusion Destinies can be used in the same regard because you can use them to send your Shadow Mist and a Destiny Hero, almost like in the Malicious. And you can go into your Destiny Hero target and you get a search from that. By that I mean if you use Shadow Mist and a Destiny Hero, you can go into Destiny Hero Dangerous, and because Shadow Mist is in the grave now, you get a search off. Not only that, there's still E-Call, and right now there's also EN Shuffle, which I actually might make a video on that too. But that's for a different story. That's neither here nor there. The main focus of this is that the deck has so much, and Stratos, of course, and 3 hero libs, so many cards we have at our disposal that we have so much search power and consistency that playing that one extra increase really doesn't seem like that big of a deal, personally. Like, I understand there are a lot of people who'd rather play it at 1, but I've had times where not only have I played it at 2 and it worked out just fine, there are times where if you watch my Locals Report series, there have been many times where my opponent was able to clear my field, and as a result of that, I needed something to save my butt. There have been times where because I play multiples of these, like that's the common line. This is the lineup I like. Because I play multiples, I can actually have access to Ferris's ability to search and all that multiple times in a game. And that has actually come up multiple times for me. So that's another positive when it comes to playing 2 Vision Hero increase. And yes, it does increase the possibility of drawing into one of them. But at the end of the day, as long as you can set up at least one Ferris play, I feel like it's kind of worth it, personally. But again, that's just me. Plus Ferris does, I mean, increase does have another ability. If you take battle damage, you can summon it to your spell and trap zone for free. A lot of people forget that. Like, let me see. Sorry, still fighting a cold. If you take battle or effect, yeah. If you take battle or effect damage while this card is in your graveyard, you can play this card from your graveyard in your spell and trap face up as a continuous as a face up continuous trap. Yeah. So let's say you're like on the ropes or something, or you need that one extra monster. If you take if it focuses, you take damage, you can get increase from your grave. Set him up your spell trap zone, and distribute off a hero, and there you go. You got your Vion. You can send to the grave a hero, and you're pretty good right there. So that's what there are a lot. I mean, the argument when it comes to garnets in the deck have always been a hot topic in the game, but this is just my personal viewpoint when it comes to it. I mean, but again, like I said, this is obviously a player preference thing. So if you like one or two, let me know in the comments. This is a short video, like not a short video, about a good amount of time, but it's a little bit shorter than usual. So let me know in the comments how you feel about one or two Vion, and and if you leave a comment, I'll respond and see what we. And in the next video, we'll probably also talk about some other ideas when it comes to ratios in the deck. So if you like this video and want more Yu-Gi-Oh content, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And honestly, thanks for stopping by. Bye.